Morning, everyone. Day 48. We're now on Thursday. We've missed Tuesday and Wednesday out, phone problems. But this is my new phone, and it's got tons and tons of storage on it. So I'm trusting that it will be a faithful friend for a long time to come. If it conks out now, I'm in real trouble. Okay, and just to say, in the process of it conking out, I've learned something new. I'm going to post. I've been saving these things on YouTube so I wouldn't lose them in the storage problem, and now I've realised I can just post them onto Facebook from YouTube, so that's how I'm going to do it from now on. And Facebook doesn't like to receive them; it takes forever, and then it doesn't appear. So hopefully that'll all go to the good. Just to say, we're looking at the Toronto blessing now. And an introduction to that, and it comes at the time, it's 10 years after Wimber's initial thing, so it's in the mid-90s, and it's started from a vineyard church in Toronto, so that's why it's called the Toronto Blessing. It's one of John Wimber's churches in Toronto, but it wasn't initiated by John Wimber. It was initiated by a chap called, in a church by a minister called John Arnott. And it was also at the time when there was, a bit of some stuff going on. You're not sure whether that's from God or not. Some people call it Kansas City prophets were doing some incredible prophesying, and you wondered if that was from God. And so you test the spirit, you see. So that's what I did with Wimber first time round. I went to see him to test the spirit. So I wanted to test the spirit of Toronto, but it's a long way away. And then somebody says, it's in Manchester. It's arrived in Manchester. It's come to Manchester. There's a ministers' meeting, in the afternoon somewhere down there. So you're invited. Come along. So I went, and there's probably about 80 or 100 people in this group. And it wasn't John Arnott who came. It was the chap who came up from London to speak to the group. And the concept he gave us was just that he would just do a very short little word, and he would, and then he would just invite the Holy Spirit again, and that's what he did. And I'm a wily bird now. I don't let anybody just pray for me. I've been prayed for by too many people who don't know what they're doing, and people were praying for people and falling over, and I'm looking at it, and it's not full of power, as I see it. It's not a new incredible thing, but the man who is bringing it, because a lot of that ministry is local people ministry. So the man who's bringing it's okay. So I very cannily position myself next in his line for somebody to, I've refused a couple of people, and I sort of snook up behind this chap he was praying for, so that when he finished praying for him, he would pray for me. And so he put his hand on. People falling over, there's lots of people fall over in these days, a little bit in Wimber's time, but much more in John Arnott's time. The strange phenomena. People are shouting and barking like dogs and roaring like lions and various things, looking like chickens and bobbing up and down. So it's a bit weird. And there's loads of weird things with the Holy Spirit. So we don't take too much notice of that, so long as the heart of it is good. So this guy puts his hand on my shoulder, and and I don't fall over. And too many people get pushed, you see. And he just said, "Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's okay." And he went on like that for a couple of minutes, 5 or 6. Yeah, that's okay. And then in the end, he just said, "Lord, clarify the vision. Just clarify the vision." And that was it. I came away from that. Clarify the vision. And the vision that was on me at that time was this unity of the church thing, this oneness, the heart of God for oneness. And I realised some years later, occasionally we would tape some of my messages, and I hadn't remembered but that within a fortnight of that meeting, I can't work out whether it was a couple of weeks before or a couple of weeks after, that I'd preached this sermon on the vision, which was this oneness, the heart of God for his children to be one. And so that was good. But it didn't answer my question about the global move that was going on with regard to the Toronto blessing. But then I heard a friend of mine said, John Arnott himself, the man of the minister from the church in Toronto, is coming. It's happening in Sunderland. There's a chap with a church up there called Ken Gott, beautiful man, and his church is open now 7 days a week. Every night his church is packed, with people falling over. They carpeted the place kind of thing to make it comfortable. So Ken Gott's coming to Sunderland. So would you want to come? So I said, yeah, I want to come. I want to test the Spirit. I want to see for myself with my own eyes. I'd tasted enough from that man to know that there might be something really good in it, and it might be from God. So we'll get to Sunderland tomorrow. Okay, God bless. Well, I hope this goes to plan now. See you. Bye.